eye perceives all things conjoined, the past, the future, and the present. Everything flows, and all is connected. This eye is not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth.
Relevant internet joke. Ted. Ted. He's gone. He's fucking gone. He's dead. Genuinely measured. He's muted. Deafened. Oh no. What has this come to be? Hell on earth. We've lost Ted. He's oh no. Why? Quickly. Do it Twitter. Send Justin Norland a stress thingy. Who the fuck are you? I don't know you. Why have you liked my tweet? Stop doing that. Hashtag heterosexual pride day. You know, I've got a good friend with a bunch is not giving licorice and then you ship a bag of Pontifact cakes. What the fuck does that even mean? Internet.
5 minutes to try and get this plugin to work. Man, VST host is word.
Like, look at what I did. I went into Discord and just was like, since nobody sent us a death threat, I will be forced to use force. You're all nerds and your waifus are trash. And they go, oh, is that how it is now? And then I just, after the like front punch in the side, you know, I went and did an uppercut and said, Asuka is the best waifu, and they, you know, like, oh, you've done it now, Arty. And then it's like, I'll kill you so hard you will die to death. And I was like, I ain't scared of that. You should try harder, strike fear into the eyes of the tiger. And you know, just shaking my fist angrily.
You fucking did it now.
And then Digi was like, that's all I got, I'm not a violent person.
Sorry, I can't go that far.
I mean, I don't know. The death threats should have been piling in, just thousands of emails of the entire anime community just going in like with shovels. We could heat an entire complex with just burning letters. Oh.
Here's something that I wonder about this. If I put the buffer at like a low sample rate, does that make it so it won't fucking lag the input?
So the buffer thing is, I believe, the lower the sample rate you have, the lower CPU usage it has.
Oh, but does that also mean lower quality?
Not necessarily. I have like, what's it? The lowest setting is somewhere around 700 or something. Yeah, it's 70 samples at 630 bits per second, and it sounds like what I'm talking right now. So I've not noticed any quality dips. Maybe if you're recording like lossless, just out of your mind, high quality shit, then maybe it would be good having that, but I don't fucking know. Seems fine.
I'm gonna put it at 300 samples. 300 seems fine.
I mean, for me, it just lagged the entire input of the voice up to a point where I like open my mouth and a second later sounds come out.
Yeah, it does have like a lag of, I think, like half a second or something.
Yeah, it's delay. But since you've never used a camera, nobody will ever notice.
So the delay isn't that bad.
Well, it isn't that bad, but when you have to sync it to actual lips, it's sort of difficult and different.
I just have no idea how to even load it. And what would have to be done to do such?
Do such what?
To like lower the latency of the voice. I thought by increasing the BPM that will do it.
No, it doesn't work like that. Your voice does not become beats all of a sudden. You know, you can change the tempo, it will just stretch it all over the place and be like, what was that weird effect you had in Audacity, like pole stretch thingy?
Oh, pole stretching, holy shit.
I believe it just does that. So yeah. Free agent John Cena is just a day away from returning to WWE, and there's plenty of dream opponents out there. My god, nobody fucking cares.
I just want the death threats.
Yeah, I mean...
Yes, give me those.
How did both of us manage to just become a community with people who apparently could not write a death threat if they were asked to? It's like the most normal, friendly thing you could do for a person after like sensually butt touching him. You just go over there, strike his cheek.
That was kind of nice.
And then you just politely hand him over a letter and tell him, you know, kill yourself, jump off a bridge. That's how things are done.
How did we ever become the boys who couldn't get a single death threat?
Yeah, of all people.
Surely we should have gotten at least, you know, like one really good one by now.
I mean, I bet the circle jerks are getting all the death threats. They're just drowning in them. While
motherfuckers are those assholes are taking their death threats. Hey, you give us our death threats back. You hear me?
We'll tear this podcast down if we have to.
We will burn this son of a bitch to the ground if it's necessary. Give us back our goddamn.
Give them back. I've been like, I feel like every single week Beta just sends me the same message over and over again, and it goes something vaguely like this: hey, if you're around tomorrow, fancy doing Circle Jerks International again, eh? Hey, wanna come for the third time? Because we don't actually have people who want to be part of this podcast, says the guy who cancelled Behind the Fence 3 months. Anyway.
It wasn't a cancel. It was a postponing. It was a slight postponing because
it was a gentle push of schedule.
A gentlest push of schedule, and now we're back. Welcome to the Behind the Fence podcast, the greatest podcast ever.
Did you see how I lined up, the rails? Like, it was like a docking procedure on the International Space Station where I'm just like rotating everything so you can do the intro thing, and it was like, we decoupled the pressure chambers. That
was the final station docking. Just like, welcome to Behind the Fence podcast that is done behind the fence.
Yeah, that's the sound it makes. Like every time that you have to decouple the pressure between like the segments and things, somebody just pulls the lever and it's like.
And then the station is complete.
Yeah.
And today, this greatest station ever done behind the fence in space is brought to you by Charmin paper towel. Paper towels.
Every time I wipe my butt cheeks with
paper towels,
with the towels, I feel invigorated and happy that I'm alive. I totally didn't smother the dying corpse of my cat with your towels. Please don't call me.
Charmin brand paper towels. We're getting rid of all the stains that our dead pet leaves when it dies.
For relieving the stains of your memory.
Charmin, wiping away 14 years you had with that beloved pet. And you only need to use one square. You don't have to use like 4.
Super absorption.
Absorbs all your tears and absorbs all of the stench that...
So yeah, they paid us the entirety of $2. Which we still haven't gotten because PayPal takes a cut, and then the bank also takes a cut, and then the weird Japanese guy in the middle also takes a cut, so we're kind of left paying them a bit to do an advertisement.
No, it's not that, it's just that the budget is stretched thin, and they didn't give us one, but we make do with what we can. We throw up a fucking cardboard, whatever, across the screen, put it up there. We put the logo of whatever they're trying to have us advertise, and there we go. We've done your fucking marketing for you.
Yeah, at some point it just happens.
Wait, I gotta check the backlog because that was a Charmin. Which one else do we have to go through now? Let's see. Now we gotta do the fucking Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is a good console.
My sexual life has never been the same since.
Is a great fucking console.
The Joy-Cons bring me immense pleasure.
I stuck one of the Joy-Cons on my ass. I've got to say, Bill, I stuck one of the Joy-Cons up my ass, and it's not come out since. I've got to say, it's fantastic. Just all around great Joy-Con design, great and immense fucking whatever that you could get out of it. It's just a great product to have overall, Jim. I've gotta say, Nintendo's really outdone themselves here. 10 out of 10, can I just say? It's still up my ass right now.
Do you remember them, like, advertising the 3D, like, vibration, whatever it is? Like, you can...
Wait a second! 3D vibration?
Yeah, like, they advertise it as such that you could basically just by the rumble in the Joy-Con can basically count how many ice cubes you've got in a thing.
It transmits brainwaves directly from the console into your nerves, into like the neurons in your brain, and it makes you feel vibration all around you simply from the vibration of the console.
Select the 3D demo you want from the wheel of different options we have, like ice cubes, the hellish plane of Mars, demon dong, spiked chicken. We've also got semi-automatic rifle. That's a very good one. I've tried it myself. And we also, I believe, have like...
We also have 2 Joy-Cons up the ass. Hell
yeah. Yeah, you can use both Joy-Cons to like actively simulate lifelike Italian massages. Because Mario.
No, this is only possible if you set like the language setting on the Nintendo Switch to tell you.
Yeah, if you get it to Chinese, you can feel like internal acupuncture. And if you set it to Italian, you have like this.
We got a fucking little bit of a whatever for each and every style of bodily experience that you could ask for.
Yeah, if you set it to German, you have this lady Helga. She's really nice. She comes over, she massages your Joy-Cons. Also your Wiimote, that also compatible.
She massages your Joy-Con. Wait, how's she gonna massage the Joy-Cons if we've already taken the liberty to stick them up our ass?
Well, that's left between you and Helga, isn't it?
Helga has her methods. I see you have already inserted the Joy-Cons. I will have to do this manually.
She takes a glove, like a latex glove, and snaps it on her fucking wrist. Like, let the operation proceed.
Helga listens to fucking Celtic Frost, so she just goes. Alright, it is time to bend over. Remove your trousers.
Remove your trousers is a good
Show me your prostate.
Show me your Joy-Cons. Nintendo. Oh god.
I love that. I love that. Like fucking some big scary German lady just going up to you and going, "Show me your prostate."
The multiple prostates you have. Like, it's not one prostate.
No.
You've got a few more hidden away, tucked behind.
It's like, no, Helga. No, Helga, get back. I don't. No. Show it to me.
I cannot contain it.
You will not hide your prostate from me, little boy.
But I'm a girl. Doesn't matter.
Show it to me. I will grab it in both fists.
Nintendo, your prostate is asexual.
Nintendo, your prostate is mine.
Shigeru Miyamoto just looks deep into the camera and just like says, "We're announcing a new Mario, and also your prostate is mine."
Carol, I would like to announce the release of our new video game, Super Mario Odyssey. You're a prostitute zombie. Wait,
That's a
wait,
translation error.
Reggie's just like, wait a second, Shigeru, what was that last one? Oh, we were like to announce we are releasing Mario Odyssey. Wait, no, not that one. I meant the other thing that you just said. What do you mean, a Mario Odyssey? No, the other thing. I said the Mario Odyssey.
Odyssey. No.
Odyssey. They would probably say it something like that. God, you know what I think is really cute? When specifically, and you can call me a racist, I don't give a fuck anymore, but
Political correctness.
I particularly find it adorable. I think it is adorable when an Asian person speaks English and it's like a little bit broken and it's, you know, they can't really get the hang of it and it just comes out weird and strange sounding. I think it's fucking some people think it's like kind of weird, some people think it's like, oh, they just don't know it. I think it's the fucking cutest thing ever. It's like looking at a puppy yawn.
I mean, to be fair, like, I believe Japanese and Chinese have a completely different structure, like simply
Aren't they
ideologically.
like the same thing though?
No, but the thing is, beside being the same language through and through,
That was a very sincere no to like, no, God no.
like, as far as I've heard, and you know I'm an expert on Asian culture, just ask my ex-wife, that they express more like ideas rather than actual facts, like English and mostly all other European language is just... It's a different thing. They don't speak things they believe to be. They speak in broad ideas and like strokes, and it doesn't really convert into English that well, and that's why it sounds kind of broken.
They speak in strokes.
Yeah.
So it's like, ni ha.
Oh,
What would you do if you went to Japan and like every time some like people stopped to talk with each other and it would just be every time somebody stopped to talk to someone they had to like stroke out in front of them. So like two people had to like stroke out with it. Two people would just be like stroking out in front of each other, their eyes like rolling to the back of their heads. They're just going
and just foam appearing around their mouth and just
twitching.
And
then when they're done, they just go back to normal. They go back to normal and they don't
just
do
bow
or
down
say
politely to each other and just go their separate ways.
And every time they come back to go like, oh hey, you wanna like talk or something again, or you just say hi to somebody on the street, or no, and an even more hilarious one would be every time they do it, if they're close by, if like some other Asian person or other similarly Chinese person is close to them in like their vicinity, then they too will start stroking.
Yeah, just hearing their communication affects every Chinese or Japanese person around, because they know that the ideas expressed are so great that their body cannot take the strain of such like unfathomable great ideas.
Communication is happening.
No, I can't. It's
I used to remember, you know how everybody always makes the joke of the Chinese, the Japanese, Korean, they all look the same. Truth be told, of course they're all just slanty-eyed goop.
They're copy-pasted from each other.
Copy-pastes. But
like, did I ever tell you, my old lass told me about, except being completely Asian, as you will very well know, was like, hey, wanna check out these Korean boys I've been looking at? And I was like, no. And then she just opens them up on the screen and points at like a picture of something I would generally believe was copy-pasted faces over and over again, and just started like telling me this is this guy, and they all have like a sort of phoneticized English name, which is a combination of a food product and a brand of scissors.
This is here's really popular K-pop band EXO. Here's their members. Pudding Chair. This is Nordstorm. This is fucking Jingu 3-inch clippers.
Yeah. They're generally all the fucking same. I don't know how the fuck anybody just makes... Like, you'd go onto the fucking street...
How do you
meet
remember these
anybody.
people?
Yeah, how do you remember them? You'd go on the street, and at some point you'd probably meet him, or his second cousin, or somebody who's completely not related to him, and they'd look the same. And they all probably
I think
look
it's just like the trendiness. It's weird, like with their trendy fashion and everything, because they're all supposed to. I get like they're boys, but they're supposed to be like a little bit feminine.
The farthest thing from boys.
No, but like they're supposed to be divas. They're supposed to be weirdly like divas in their own right, which I think is kind of. But they're boys.
They have like
boys
pretty fucking women over there. I mean, they have some nice-looking ladies, you know, twiddling their knees around on stages and singing words I do not understand in their old runic elvish language. Because
like,
the fucking language is like squares and squiggles and things.
It's more like boxes with like squiggles in and around. But no, I think like the point of their culture is who can be prettier, who can out pretty the next person, or who can out pretty the fucking other girl or guy that you're trying to be pretty with. It's not even a process of the girls look very feminine and beautiful, and you know they're girls, or the boys look very hunky and muscular and they're very boys-like. It's like, no, the boys need to be prettier than the girls, and the girls, the only way they can out pretty the boys is if they're just
stop wearing
prettier.
clothing.
If the girls just get a little bit sexier, maybe the boys would stop out prettying you. Who knows? But no, seriously. I think it's just like the trendy fashion, because like they all, it's not that they all look the same. I think that they're all trying to have too much of the same style, because it's just like, okay, wear like ripped, slightly ripped jeans and like a studded, shiny fashion jacket, and then have a couple of slightly ripped shirts that have all these patterns on them, and then, you know, hair's got to be done, it's got to be teased, got to be having some colors and some flair and some spice to it, and then
you know
your
what?
face has to be symmetric perfection. Your face has to be fucking beauty upon, like, just unbelievable beauty.
I think it's a matter of their like economical class, like the people who can afford to become pretty like fashion divas and everything, and completely switch gender.
They do all the plastic surgery that they do.
Yeah, the plastic surgery and things, and they go and become musicians in some weird like Korean K-pop bands or whatever. But those who cannot do that become StarCraft players, which are like computer people that sit in front of their desk for 14 hours a day and play a video game and get really fucking good. So you can generally just divide the entirety of Korea into I am a K-pop idol and I am also a StarCraft player. It's like two ends of the spectrum.
And on top of that, they're just so they're stupidly gorgeous. Like, they're not even trying to just be like, oh, we're just gonna be pretty boys. They go all out and they're just like, we are just stupidly gorgeous. And then at the same time, they're like pro fucking StarCraft players that can that go to tournaments and win billions of dollars, and then later they're also just do a whole bunch of really big, stupid, successful, popular music stuff. They're like, if I looked like at a pro gamer today in America, I'm going to see the very opposite. I'm going to see a big, kind of mostly fucking overweight blob of a person who has an intricate pattern of, you know, acne on their face. It's what you expect a gamer to look like. But then I go to South Korea and I just see these gorgeous boys. These just if I put a wig on any of them, they would look like a girl.
Mhm.
And I would be like, this boner's justified.
Do you know the thing that is called I think of, like, who told me that? Something about Persona 4. I had a friend who's really into fucking Persona. He told me, beware of the reverse trap. And I was like, oh, that's probably some environmental thing, you know, that you meet in a dungeon. No, it's a reverse trap. Didn't define what trap it is. And I thought, oh, it's something in a dungeon somewhere, I should beware it, okay. And then I go and said, I beat this game and never met this reverse trap you were talking about. There was nothing on the floor, never. And he just says, oh no, a reverse trap is, like, something you really like a woman, like dressed real pretty, and you like her on Facebook and Twitter, and you follow her, and you just start chatting and shit, and then you sort of come to a reveal that he is in fact a boy.
But then you reveal to them that you are in fact a girl.
Yeah, and then it becomes the reverse trap, where, you know, the entire universe ceases to exist in a vaguely large black hole. But other than that, don't go on Twitter liking cosplayers.
No, don't. Half of them are actually boys. Or, I mean, unless you are the kind of person that muchly enjoys a boy, then fuck it, have a boy.
Yeah. Then it's justified, but then you have the problem of you actually liking boys, but somebody will find out, oh, you liked this picture of a girl, how dare you? Weren't you the gays? No, why? My social thingy happening, my social circle is falling apart. People think I like the boys, but I like the girls. Oh no.
My social circle is falling apart. My boner is losing strength.
No. So
no,
yeah.
Stop it.
Korea.
What are they doing nowadays? Have they been invaded yet?
StarCraft.
Alright, then I'm not interested. I will become interested in Korea when they get invaded again.
I mean, there's two Koreas. One of them is communism and the other is StarCraft. So, just make your choice.
They built their community wholly on StarCraft.
Well, they basically did. It's funny to say, but it's their national sport. They have, like, StarCraft channels on TV. It's not just the esports, it's just 24 hours, 7 days a week StarCraft. And I'd sort of be okay with that. Like, yes, video games.
I'd sort of be okay with nothing but just fucking StarCraft 24/7. Maybe it's, you know, maybe it's like the mining of like the rare minerals in the game that keeps the economy going up.
Maybe.
I should every time someone saying we require more minerals, they just launch up
Vespian gas.
We require more cute boys.
Yeah. I mean,
churn out the cute boys.
Have you ever seen those Korean girls? Because, baby, they are something.
Oh yeah, the cute girls are just as cute, if not 3 times as cuter than the boys.
But I think they're the type of girl where if you touch them too hard, they break. They just fall apart.
Nah, if you kiss them, they go like, oh, I'm pregnant.
Yes, that's a very good description. Oh god, why is that so funny?
It's like, no, please don't kiss me, I'll get pregnant.
oh, my father will see you, and he's like some kind of samurai emperor figure who's actually just sitting sitting home all day.
My fucking dad, who is also in a mecha, who is also part mecha himself.
He's a cyborg. And he just comes out with 2 katanas and challenges you to a duel to the death for the hand of his, like, already, like, violated girl. And he's like, oh no, you have disgraced my family, we must fight for the honor. And, like, the English dub for his voice doesn't really match with his lips, so it's really weird.
You have interest in my daughter? I must now battle you in my Evangelion.
Yeah, and he gets into his mecha, and then you hear in the back of your mind, Shinji, get into the robot!
Shinji, you have to fuck this anime girl. You're just using me, Dad! You don't really care about my feelings! Shinji, put your dick in this girl.
Thermal expansion.
What was the fucking point of that scene? I always go back to that.
Do you not remember the thermal expansion scene?
Yeah, I remember it, but it kind of seemed like a very, like, out of place.
It's fan service. It's always out of place. He was like, oh, I have to study for this physics exam. Do you understand anything about thermal expansion, Asuka? Okay, let me touch my breasts and show them to you. While I heat them up with my hands, they grow.
They could have done it so much more subtly. It could have been done so much more subtly, except, I gotta study for this physics test. Rick, you know anything about physics? Sure. Look at my boobs, Morty. My boobs are physics.
And I'm pretty sure breasts don't work like that. It's not like when you just touch them and they just grow 10 times the size. I mean, it would be great if they did, but come on.
It's real, Morty. My boobs are physics, Morty. Ah, jeez, Rick. God, if they replaced the voices in the actual anime with that shit. Oh.
I mean, I just downloaded Evangelion like a few days ago again because I want to watch them. Because I have no life, and anime is real life, as you're very well aware. Your wife is shit. Rei is inferior compared to Asuka. She is my German wife.
Rei is inferior. Rei got in the mecha like 15. Rei, I don't get that meme. I don't get the whole meme of Rei is inferior to Asuka. Rei was able to get back into Unit 00 even after having been thrashed in Unit 00 like 3 times before Shinji even got to Nerve. And then they had to... She was basically like smushed and still recovering from like broken limbs and shit in the hospital. They just
haul her up with the medical bed and everything, and oh well, Shinji
like,
doesn't want to
like
get
she
in
was
the
a
mecha.
dead body. Like, all right, time to stuff you back into the fucking robot. And fucking Ghetto is like, you have to get into the robot now.
No, I have no bones in my leg. It's basically paste down there. No, I don't.
Basically deceased. I will get in the robot, Father. And he just looks at us like, I do not care for your well-being. Thank you, Father. I will now fight something that is about 3 billion years more advanced and powerful than I am. See you in 10 minutes. At some point, if they kept going on with it, they would have just like opened up the Unit 00, and Rei would have just been fine dust, just finely powderized dust in the seat. He's like, okay, Father, I have beaten the angels. And he's like, good. Reports tomorrow when there is more fighting. Okay, Father, I do not care for you.
Just a pink paste of what was once a body, and they just like
there's a little bit of blue on top because of the hair.
Yeah, they just sweep it into a bin and they haul it all over Nerve, and they just
they take a fucking marker and they put down Rei.
2 dots in a line.
I was like, what the fuck's in this bin? Rei.
Yeah, they just turn the bin and it says Rei on it. Yeah, and meanwhile, Shinji's just turning that on lines on his desk and just. Oh,
Ray, I love you. Yeah, Shinji, get in the robot. Ray is powderized, get in the robot. Your mom is dead, get in the robot. Shinji, get in the robot. That was a fucking parody song that I saw on YouTube.
Yeah, it exists.
Yeah, somebody was like doing a little fucking like rap parody of whatchamacallit, the opening. And it just had a whole bunch of, yeah, Shinji, get in the robot. Your dad loves you, get in the robot. The whole world sucks, get in the robot. I was like, his dad doesn't love him.
I don't know what his dad fucking loves. Human instrumentality, Shinji.
I will do this, Shinji. You cannot stop it. No, his dad loves his wife. That's what the human instrumentality was supposed to be about. It's big old fucking spoilers for ye kids who haven't watched.
It's fucking 30 years old. I mean,
but the entire point of human instrumentality, what like the crew,
his
organization,
fucking father couldn't get enough of his lady boner, and he cloned it into a 12-year-old girl, and he had to just put her in a robot because he likes mecha anime waifus.
It sounds a little weird when you put it that way. It's like, I didn't get enough time with my wife, so I cloned a 12-year-old version of her.
And yeah, now my son wants to bang her, so I guess like father like son. Hey, just
my son wants her now.
Oh, imagine if Evangelion was the reason why what was his name? Shinji's father doesn't like Shinji because they both want Rei.
Could this be it? Big spoilers. Is this why Geto hates his son Shinji?
Gendo, yeah, that was why.
Geto, yeah. Was it Gendo? It is Gendo.
Gendo Ikari.
Gendo Ikari, fucking hands clasped, gray glasses man extraordinaire. The reason he had even participated in the instrumentality project because SEAL, the secret big organization he was working with, wanted to conduct human instrumentality so that they could bring the world back into like a state of one, like just a state of oneness where everyone is everything, and you know, no pain, no suffering. The world's great, just being a big fucking puddle of goop. But Gendo secretly wanted to hijack the project. But Gendo secretly wanted to hijack the project. He was just working with them simply so he could secretly hijack the project at the end. He wanted to hijack it and instead use Third Impact, which was supposed to initiate human instrumentality. He wanted to use a human instrumentality in order to break down the barrier between life and death and to open the Guff of Souls, I think, and get his wife back. He didn't really get. It's an odd characteristic for a father to have, but in the end, he did not give a shit about shit. All he wanted, I just want my wife back. I just want.
Yeah, so he put millions of them in like vats of water. Wait. Oh God! I finally managed to persuade Guardian to write up a death threat.
All right, let's read it. Dear Gendo, you are a bitch.
It's in the living room, you cunt.
Dear Gendo, you
CARANORON. Today at 9:30 p.m. Fine. I will take you out to eat really Canyon, bro. Internet.
Carnian?
Karanian. Do you like Karanian?
It's my favorite food. Next to Basil.
Caranoron. Caramoron.
Caramel. Show ass.
There you go.
I wonder what would have happened if human instrumentality had never happened, and instead, in the end, Shinji just hijacks all of the Avas
and clones Asuka.
Not. No. He just takes her. He takes her, and he takes Rei, and he takes Ritsuko, and then he's like, yeah, I have all the robots, I have all the bitches, and then he takes over the world. That would have been my preferred ending.
Will you bloody read the fucking death threat? Because we really needed it, and I spent the past half an hour begging people and giving out sexual favors in order to do that.
Death threats? Alright, let's read this death threat. I'll take you out to eat, to a fancy place. Not too expensive. And I'll order some wine, some wine for us to drink, and then we'll go to the parking lot. And then I'll fucking flip you over on your back, curb stomp your nuts, punch your windpipe, cut your fingers off one at a time, lay your bloody hand stumps in Mickey's lemon juice, and then savor the sound of screams as I take a sledgehammer to your kneecaps and make a smiley face by sticking the shattered pieces into your chest. Firstly, dear Caramel.
Thank you for your letter.
Thank you for your caramel. Kneecap pieces are too small and too brittle to be stuck into someone's chest to make a smiley face, so take that.
Yeah,
Next
you can only make the eyes because, you've effectively got just small fragments of
you won't even be able to make that big pieces enough. You won't even be able to make the pieces big enough for them to be able to make a smiley face. So, yeah, checkmate, atheists.
Yeah, you're gonna need more body parts because you've already got 2 circles in your kneecaps, but then you're gonna need something for the smile because... And it's very different if you're gonna make like a wide smile, like an XD smile, where it's like wide and everything, or if you're gonna make a line, or if you're gonna make like something more specific, like maybe at teeth or something, or maybe you want to go like really realistic and try and make something really fancy and add cheekbones and refinement and lips and be all artistic about it. But no, you're just taking kneecaps because no artistic vision at all. Thank you for your letter. We're looking forward to your answers.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was expecting much more out of that death threat.
Yeah, apparently it's a short one. Well, at least we got one, come on. It's like, it doesn't happen that often. It must get, like, a bit more consistent because we can't go on, being the podcast we are. It just needs to happen. I mean, we did have that yelling fox boy that,
Oh yeah, is he still, let's get a quick, eye in the sky, check real quick. Is he still yelling?
Wait, we're gonna have a helicopter.
That is the perfect fucking helicopter in the distance.
Okay. We have a fox boy.
We're in the spotlight now.
Yeah, he's yelling a bit.
Damn, he's still yelling. He's still yelling at the top of his voice. He don't know when he's gonna fucking stop. Alright, back to Sally with the weather. Sally.
I mean, I would tell you the weather.
Still yelling in the background.
I mean, I would tell you the letter, but my father is like with the mech, and he says it's fine.
My father's piloting the mech. Everything's good.
Yeah. Even if the weather is bad, my father will defeat it and make it good again.
My father will defeat the mecha. And be the big man. He will be the mecha man. Well, that will be all the time currently for me. And,
I don't have any time anyway, so...
no time is spared. Well, You know how it do, and you know what it do. Children, thank you for stopping by and enjoying our Behind the Fence podcast. The greatest podcast ever done behind the Ava Unit 01. Tune in next Ava when we will discuss why children should not be purchasing Sonic Boom. We will be disclosing new news for Pub, and we will be taking out the litter and doing the washing up. Thank you for tuning in. Tune in for us next week. Same time, same memes, same Fox Boy. He'll still be yelling.
Bye, kids. Go eat some plastic. Hey.
The crest out.